ಶರಣು ಶರಣಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು. Dear learning enthusiasts, welcome back to SBPS online classes. Dear students, in the previous video class we have started NCERT class 6th, our past 1, chapter number 3, in the earliest cities. So in the previous video class we had the discussion on the content, the story of Harappa. Now we are going to discuss the layout of the cities. So in the previous video class we had the discussion that when and where the earliest cities excavated and located, and which are the cities emerged or developed on the bank of the river Indus and its tributaries, and why the archaeologists called the civilization Indus Valley civilization as Harappan civilization, and which are the civilization those were emerged in the same period. So we had covered the discussion in this previous video class. Now in this content we are going to discuss why should we preserve the old buildings, and what was special about these cities, and which are the similarities between Harappan civilization and our present day, and which are the religious matters we can know about the Harappans. So start with the discussion of the second content, the layout of the cities. Just to observe the special features of these cities. Some of the silent features of the cities of Indus Valley civilization or a Harappan civilization are as follows. So start with the first one. With reading the some points of this architecture style we can understand the construction of the houses and so on. So start with the first one. The cities are built on numerous mounds. Mounds means the elevated grounds. The cities were constructed on the numerous mounds, means high level land of the area. And advanced architecture. So which are the advanced architecture they were adopted? First one is the impressive dockyards. Dockyards means they have the seaport as well as the river dockyards. It is used for the ships enter the port, and they import and export the goods in the ships. So it is used for the one of the surface to connect with the ship and the dockyard. And granaries, the store house of the crops that we call the granaries, those were digged in the earth and stored the crops inside the well. And next one, warehouses, the raw materials they were stored in places, some of the houses, those were called the warehouses. And walled city, the city is completely surrounded by the massive walls. And well planned streets, streets are well planned, those are rectangular wise as well as same sizes and width. And proper sanitation and drainage system, so the drainage system also constructed during that time. And baked bricks houses, the houses were constructed with the baked bricks. And well built bathrooms and wells throughout the cities. In the cities we can observe the wells for utilizing the water for various purposes. And remarkable similarities of architecture all over the civilization. So the Harappan civilization architecture, it is well advanced as well as it is remarkable to all the civilization those were emerged in this Harappan period. And no large monumental structures we can observe on the Harappan civilization and on the cities. And next we go through the first one, that is what was special about these cities. So let us discuss the how the cities were constructed on the bank of the rivers. So start with the discussion of this map. It is map shows us Mohenjo-daro city. It was very systematically constructed on the bank of the river Indus or a Sindhu. Just you observe, this is the one of the part of this city, another one is the this part of city. So the cities who they were located on the bank of the rivers mainly divided into two parts. One is the upper part, another one is the lower part. The uppermost part is in the western side of the river, and the lower part city, it is constructed in the lower level land it is in the eastern part. So the upper city has the massive wall called the citadel. So it is specially the special buildings constructed for the rulers that we call palaces or a fort. And we can observe the Mohenjo-daro, one of the great bath that was constructed in that citadel, and fire altars also located. And this is the lower city that is located in the eastern part, and comparatively the lower city is low level line to the upper city, and it has the systematically constructed roads, and on the road sides you have the drainage system, as well as on the road sides the all the buildings were constructed with multi-storage buildings, and these are varied in shapes, as well as the arena is available. And the courtyard has the two gates, one is for the entering cities, and one is for the enter the river. So and some of the lands covered with forest, and some of the lands cattle markets, and so on. So this is all about the city. It is well advanced in construction. So next we go through the another one. Few points about the cities. The city of Harappa was divided into two parts, that is western and eastern parts. The western part of the city was smaller but higher. The higher part was called the citadel, and the citadel contained some special structures like the great bath and fire altars. The eastern part of the city was larger but lower. The lower part was called the lower city, and a huge tank has been found within the citadel. So this has been named as the Great Bath by archaeologists, and this was made from baked bricks. Its walls and floors were sealed by naturally occurring tar. So tar is the one of the petroleum product. It was used for the seal the all the floors and walls of the great bath. There were steps on all sides so that people could easily go down the tank. So in the great wall, great bath, steps also constructed to go down the tank to take a bath, and rooms were built around it. So around the great bath, rooms also available, and the historians guess that this was used by the ruling classes. So ruling classes means the rulers were used this great bath during the festival time for holy bath or a ritual bath. Next we go through the bricks were made with the with baking, and these baked bricks were built around the each part of the buildings, and the bricks were so well made and they have lasted of thousands of years. So the bricks were laid in an interlocking pattern, and that made the walls very strong. So just you observe this wall made with the laid down the all the baked bricks with the interlocking pattern. Just you observe the bricks were laid down in the interlocking matter. So interlocking pattern, these hold the walls very strongly. And next we go to the at present day also we are also following the interlocking pattern to construct the wall with using the baked bricks. So next we go through the another one. It is the great bath of Mohenjo-daro. It has the two staircase laying down the floor, and the floor and as well as walls are watertight with using the tar, and surrounding of the walls great bath you have the some of the rooms were available. During the ritual time, the kings were had the bath in this tub. Next we go through the Kalibangan and Lothal had fire altars where sacrifices may have been performed. So during the festival time, in religious ritual time, they were used the fire altars. Fire altars means yajna kund. So where we can found out the fire houses, fire altars in Kalibangan and Lothal. Next we go through the cities like Mohenjo-daro, Harappa and Lothal had elaborate storehouses. So elaborate means great storehouses we can observe, and those houses preserved the all the raw materials from the for making the craft works. So where we can find the storehouses in Mohenjo-daro, Harappa and Lothal. Another one systematically adopted the technology, that is using construction of the houses, drains and streets, which are the technology they were used in the these buildings. Start with the houses. Houses were either one or two storage high, so with rooms built around a courtyard. So one of the courtyard is located in the city. On the courtyard surrounding they were built the multi-storage buildings, so surrounded by the courtyard. So most houses had separate bathing area that we call bathrooms, and some had wells to supply water, to giving the water supply to the bathroom. They have connected with the pipelines with they were made the pipes with the clay. And many of these cities had covered drains. Drains means it is the wastage water outlet. So notice how carefully these were laid out in street lines. So all the houses, all the drains were drains water supply connected with the main street, main sewage water pipeline, and each had gentle slope. So each pipelines have the gentle slope to so that water could flow very easily and pass very easily. And very often drains in houses were connected to those on the streets, and smaller drains led into bigger ones. So all the houses smaller pipes connected with the roadside bigger pipelines. And as the drains were covered, inspections holes were provided at in intervals to clean them. So during the drains were covered with cloth, some garbages, the inspection holes also constructed. In that they will checked the all the drainages and clean the interval holes. So all three like houses, drains and streets were probably planned and built at the same time. At the same time of the construction of the cities, they were planned for how much space we have to give the houses, drains and streets. So they were calculated very measurement wise and accurately. So this is the about all fire houses and drains and streets. So this is the fire altars. During the ritual times, the rulers given sacrifices like animals and so some of the materials inside the fire altars. So next we go through the use of baked bricks. Houses and other structures were made of baked bricks. Bricks were of uniform size, so all bricks sizes are same. This means that the people of Harappa had developed good workmanship, means they were skilled for making the baked bricks, and bricks were joined in interlocking pattern. This gave more strength to the building. So after 4700 years also we are the archaeologists preserved the monument on these sites. And roads and drainage. Roads were paved with bricks, means the pavement means the footpath also given in the road, and the road constructed at right angles. The drainage system was properly planned, and drain from each house was connected to the drains in the streets, and drains were covered with stone slabs. So all the drains covered with the stone slabs, because the bad odor will not come outside from the drains, and the infections also and some insects also not coming outside from the that purpose they were covered all the drains with the stone slabs. And inspection of holes were made at frequent intervals on the drains. Every 5 meter or 6 meter or 10 meters they were given one of the way to clear the drainage, that is called the inspection holes, that we call manholes now. And next we go through the, so this is picture depicts about the all the houses were constructed on the sides of the roads, and all the houses drainage water or sewage water connected with the small pipes with a great pipe in the roadside, and after 10 minutes or 15 meters they have the one manhole to clear the drainage. So next we go through the dwelling houses, means construction of the houses, how they were constructed the houses. So with using the large blocks means baked bricks, and street side the houses were located on the roadsides, and double storage buildings, flat roofs, their roofs is flat, and places two or more rooms in a houses, places two room houses, so two room houses is available, and very good quality bricks they were used. So mostly 4500 bricks they were used for construction of the two rooms house. And courtyard surrounded by rooms, a bathroom, a kitchen, a well, narrow staircase also included in a house. So staircase also they were constructed inside the house for to stair the next level also, next room also. So just you observe planning of houses. Inside the house you are observing the staircase they have given, and all the houses have the flat surfaced roofs, and this is the road, all the roads besides you have the you can observe the construction of the buildings, those were multi-storage, sometime one room only they were constructed. And this is all about the how they were constructed systematically planned houses. And next we go through the planned houses. The walls of the houses were strong and thick. Some of the houses were two storage buildings, and this shows the well developed architecture in those days. A house normally had a kitchen, a bathroom, and a large courtyard. Wells were also present in the most of the houses. Inside the houses they were digged the one well for using the water to ensure continuous supply of water. So next we go through the granaries. Granaries means the crops were collected during the Harappan civilization for as a tax purpose. So these collected crops they were stored in the digged well in the earth, so to preserve the crops. So in the cities of the Indus Valley civilization, a large granaries has been found. Charred grains have been found in these granaries. This shows that food grain production was surplus during this time. So surplus food grain production means the excess of the food grains they were during the agriculture they were producing, and these excess crops they were stored in the digged well, and these digged well after covering with the rock slides and slabs. And historians also guess that taxes were collected in the form of grains. So grains collected as tax were stored in some large granaries. So next we go through this picture depicts about in Mohenjo-daro the granaries the archaeologists found out. So these are the some granaries, separate granaries. They were preserved the crops inside the digged one of the well, and they were closed with the slab of the rock, and during the flood time, and in sometimes they were utilized the crops. And this is all about your second content points, what was special about these cities. In the next upcoming video class I will cover the more contents. Till then, bye bye, stay home, stay safe.